This question from Julie, which is interesting and realistic. She says, Wendy, I'm racing an Olympic distance this month and was finally able to get in the open water for the first time in years. I was struggling with breathing. Wetsuit seemed kind of tight. Water was cold. Is there anything I can do in the next couple of weeks to overcome this feeling of being anxious in open water, Coach?
Well, thanks for asking the question, Julie. I think that's pretty common for inexperienced as well as experienced athletes like myself. The first time we put on a wetsuit each season is usually around, maybe April, May, June, July, when the open water is a little bit warmer and we're putting on a wetsuit. If we've gained a little weight during that, winter, springtime, that can make a wetsuit feel tight. But in general, if we're wearing the normal suggested size for us, it's constricting in the chest. Now, when I started triathlon, I never felt that. I never knew it was something to be aware of. And then just over the years of coaching triathletes and them mentioning how they feel constricted in their chest, I started feeling it the same way. And I know it's just a feeling that happens when you start to put on a wetsuit, and just through the proper adjustments, the proper way to pull it up your body, making sure there's no creases in the legs, making sure you get it all the way up to your crotch, making sure the arms are all the way up to your shoulders, making sure, there's a little loose in your neck. You're going to overcome that, especially after you put it on. You're probably boiling hot because now you're like in this wetsuit. Once you get in the colder water, you get water inside, it's going to kind of loosen things up and hopefully make you feel better. And on that note, you want to know, is it the cold water that's making you feel breathless? Because this is the time of year, like most triathletes, when they first get in colder water, it might even not be that cold, but if it's your first time, it feels cold. I think just kind of acknowledging, is it the wetsuit? If you really think the wetsuit's too tight, try a different one on and see if that's going to cause you to breathe easier, then it's the wetsuit. Or just try to get more acclimated to the cold water. I wrote various articles. I have various YouTube videos on how to acclimate to cold water and doing the proper warm up and all that. And maybe that'll help you feel less breathless in the wetsuit, as well as approaching your first triathlon of the year.
As usual, it's the expectations going in. Know that it's going to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Know that you don't go out as hard as you would in a pool swim. Go out and just put the time in. All right, today is going to be a reacclimation process. Let me just get out there and feel the water. All right. Tomorrow it's going to be similar, but I'll be a little more comfortable. The next day can be easier. If you're able to you have 2 weeks to overcome this, try to get in the open water as much as possible, even if it's 10, 15 minutes, just to get the reps in. The more you're familiar with it, the less unfamiliar you'll feel on race day and less anxious. If you've been there before, it becomes easier. If it's your first time, it always feels odd. But get used to the situation, especially since it's been a few years since you've done that. And congratulations. Welcome back to open water swimming, Julie.